Okay. I'm so happy we are all here for our final project presentation. And I would like us to have our opening prayer. I request all of you to put on your videos so I can see you. I'm so excited to see all of you. I've only interacted with a few in class, so I request all of us put on our videos, please. Yes, Aria, well done. Kyla, I'm waiting for you. John, and the rest, kindly put on your videos. Yes, I can see Daniel. Daniel, well done. Kindly put on your videos as we are going to start. Yes, Kyla, I can see you. Okay. So, yes, good afternoon to you all. My name is Diana Chomhendo, and I'm a trainer at Code Academy, Uganda, and I'm so excited to have all of you here. I'm expecting the best of the projects because you guys have been having the best trainers, and yes, so glad to be with you all. I'll request Teacher Edward to give us an opening prayer. Teacher Edward, can you kindly give us an opening prayer?
Thank you, Diana. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this session. We thank you for the grace that you've given us to be here today and witness what our children have come up with in the 3 weeks of study. We bless you for wisdom. We bless you for understanding. And bless you for the knowledge that we have acquired in this time, King of Glory. We pray through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Teacher Edward. So, as I can see on the program, we have opening remarks from Teacher Charity, but she's delayed a bit. So, I think we can have the opening remarks from Teacher Brenda. Teacher Brenda, can you kindly give us the opening remarks? Yes, Teacher Brenda, can you hear us? Okay, Teacher Brenda must be having an issue also. So today is our final presentation day, and I expect all of you to be ready. Kindly put on your videos. I can't see many of you. I need to be able to see all of you. So yes, I'm excited to see what you guys have to present today. And I hope the very first teams are so ready. You guys present like you mean it, present like you're excited about your projects, okay? So we are supposed to start with Scratch beginners. Yeah, Scratch beginners. We are starting with Solange, Daniel, Aaron, and Malcolm. So I hope the 3 are on already. So Solange, are you ready? Yeah, we'll be starting in 3 minutes. So I'm excited to hear from you. Malcolm, are you available? Okay. So before we start with the students, I'll request Edward to give us the opening remarks. Teacher Edward, kindly give us the opening remarks as we wait for the rest of the teachers. Thank you so much.
Wow. I'm glad to be here. I'm excited. I don't know if you guys are also excited like I am.
Yes, we
I
are.
am fully excited be a part of this. Thank you. It has been 3 weeks, and you guys have been learning and doing amazing stuff in class. I am excited to see what you guys have come up with these 3 weeks. I am glad to have come all this far with you in the class. The code camps are aimed at having you guys come to understand how to craft yourselves creatively into the digital space while making things that are innovative. So I do believe you guys have come up with creative projects that can transform and change tomorrow, that can inspire others out there. And we are glad to have had you these 3 weeks, and we're sure we are gonna work with you through to bring you to the place that you desire to be at in the field of technology. And we thank every parent that has joined us here today in this session. We are very pleased to have you, and also all the parents that are out there that are listening to this. I'd like to say thank you for having stood with the children to come and be a part of such classes, which are transformational in their life. Thank you. We are ready to go into the presentations. Thank you, Diana. Where is Diana?
Yes, please, Teacher Edward. I'm so sorry. I had gone off for some time. Thank you so much for the remarks. And right now, I hope the students are ready. Solange, I can see you. You're ready. Daniel, and I do not know if Malcolm is on. Malcolm, are you on? Malcolm. Okay, we shall see him as we go on. So Solange, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So you can take on the flow.
Okay. Hello, my name is Solange Mirembe. I'm a senior 1 student, currently age 13, attending St. Peter's Naria SS. So this was my problem statement. Mental health. Mental health refers to a group of illnesses that can change how a young person may behave and feel with everyday life. Mental health problems manifest differently in different people, and there are wide ranges of mental health problems, including depression, schizophrenia, and so on. You're probably asking why mental health? Mental health problems are problems that aren't talked about hard enough. Young people of all ages can experience mental health problems. This is why I chose this problem. 1 in 10 people may experience a mental health problem and you may not even know about it. Mental health makes young people unpredictable and dangerous. As a generation, we don't take our mental health seriously enough, and that's why I brought this up. And mental health isn't really something that you can solve, but you can improve it. And these were my solutions to improve mental health. In my project, basically, I'll be educating people more on the mental health issues and be raising awareness, spreading positivity through social media and encouraging your children instead of bringing them down and making them feel unwanted. It will help their mental health. And these were my project steps. I gathered more information on mental health. I planned my work based off the information that I've discovered. I figured out a way to solve the issues using Scratch. I saw other projects that I could get more creative with my work. And I cross-checked the work with my teacher and to see if it was ready to be presented. And I thanked her for teaching me. And now that we've come this far, let's look at my project. I'd also like to thank you in advance for listening to this project. And I hope you will all raise mental health awareness and be sympathetic towards people and their issues. Okay, let us look at my project now. So yeah, this is my mental health problems.
As you can see, Anna was a normal girl who lived an average life. She would go to school every day. That's Derek, her best friend. Derek was the only person Anna told about her depression and her dysfunctional household. Anna wasn't always like this, you see. She was really normal, and then one day, she wasn't mentally okay. The rest of the school day continued, and then it was finally time to head home. So you probably may not know, but depression is a mental health disorder characterized by persistently depressed moods. These are some mental health awareness pins. This is a picture of someone crying. This is a mental health foundation called Self-Directed Support. It is basically directed onto you and your life and so you can make it better. These are the two sides depressed people can relate to most. One is crying and just wants to fit in. The other is happy but can't express how she feels inside. This is a picture of a depressed teen. These are some of the mental health problems. That's it for the story. But if you do want to know more about mental health and the various problems, a link will be given in the credits. Thank you for listening. Now go spread awareness.
Yeah, I think that's where it ends.
Okay. Okay, that's so beautiful, Solange. That's really beautiful. You are making people aware of mental health, depression, which is happening a lot today. So this is really beautiful. Thank you so much for working on your project, giving it your time. Thank you so much, Solange. I hope the rest of the team has learned something from you. I'll ask if any of the teachers has a question for you. Called academic teachers, do you have any questions, supplement? Yes, teachers, Teacher Brenda. I can see in the chat, Teacher Brenda has said, well done. I hope you saw that. Teacher Edward, do you have any question?
Yes, thank you so much, Soranji, for this project. It's really nice. The question I have for you is, what inspired you to come up with such a project in Scratch?
Because a few of my friends suffer with mental health issues, and most of people can't relate to doing these things because they don't really have the help or the people to help them. So you just have to raise awareness and so that people can understand what they're going through and how they can help them.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. It's really a touching inspiration. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Students, do you have any questions? Any of the students having questions, can you kindly ask now? No student has a question. Wow. Okay, thank you so much, Solange. Well done. You have come to the completion of your project. It's really a beautiful one. Keep doing more. Do not stop here. Okay.
Okay.
So we shall move to the next person. Our next person is Danielle Mwesigwa. Danielle, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, you can take on the floor. I'm excited to hear from you.
My name is Mweswa Daniel. I'm a 12-year-old boy who currently attends school at Kabuja Junior School. I'm going to discuss the issue of land pollution. Land is one of the most valuable resources we have currently on this planet Earth. We all live, work, and build on land, and one of the largest problems affecting it is the issue of pollution. The issue of pollution still exists due to the following threats caused by us. I can definitely say that there have been many projects to counter the issue of pollution, and yet it is still going on. I therefore have decided to do this project because of the inconsistent competence to deal with this growing threat. In Scratch, I created an interactive story where a girl gets help from authorities to stop a man from destroying the environment neighboring their village. Now I will show you my Scratch project. That's the end. Thank you for your time.
Danielle, thank you so much. I request to still have your video on. So I want to ask again, you said your project is about what? Oh, please unmute. I don't know.
Land pollution.
Okay, that's good. Can you explain kindly what exactly was taking place? Because we only saw images. Did you hear me, Daniel?
Yes.
Okay,
An environmental officer was sent to investigate an area where there are reports of land pollution.
Okay.
Which was dangerously infecting a river nearby.
Yeah, that's okay. So can we kindly see your code? Can you take us through your code for a very, very short time? Apparently some of the trainers want to see the code, so we need to see the code. And okay. Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Daniel. Well done, well done. That is good. Please do not stop there. You can improve on your project even when class has ended. I request that students, does anyone have a question for Daniel or an appreciation remark? Students, anyone? Well, there's no student with a question. Trainers? Yes, our trainers, does any one of you have a question? Oh, okay. Daniel, well done. Thank you so much for the awareness about. Pardon? Yes, Teacher Edward.
It's a good idea.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
Idea.
Daniel, I hope you've heard that. It's a very good idea. Keep it up. You can do more and create awareness on pollution. Yes, so Malcolm is the next. I really do not know if he's on. I cannot see him. Malcolm, are you here? Well, I think we should skip Malcolm. Go to the next, then we can come back later to him when he comes around. Okay, so we are moving to the next class. We are moving to the next class, which is Scratch Intermediate. Scratch Intermediate, are you ready? Scratch Intermediate, I hope you guys are ready. We are starting with Aria, Dodi. Okay. Hold on, Aria, hold on. Kyla, are you Malcolm? I do not know. Kyla.
Malcolm is here.
Okay.
Is around.
Okay, Malcolm, can you please start? Malcolm. Yes, Malcolm, we are waiting for you. The floor is yours. Kindly start. Okay, so Malcolm, we shall come back to you so we can move on to Scratch Intermediate. Aria Dodia, please.
This is my presentation of PowerPoint. Aria Rahim Dodia, Econs International Scratch Intermediate, age 9. Project. My Scratch project is about a simple quiz. Details of my project. 1 sprite, 1 backdrop. My story. Teacher enters class. Teacher chooses a student and asks questions. The student answers and get 10 points for each correct answer. The total marks are given to her. The student with more than 20 is congratulated, and the student with less than 20 is told to try again. Finally, the quiz ends. My story, practicals. This is my quiz. It asks.
Aria, we cannot see the quiz. You can still see the slide. So can you kindly stop sharing and share again so we can see the Scratch?
Here is my quiz.
Okay.
My
Okay.
quiz. I will start it. It asks, what is your name? I will add Abby. It says, hey there, Abby. Are you ready for the skills? Ready for the challenge? I'll say yes. What is your country name? I will add to 10 points. When is our Independence Day? I will write 10th October. It asks what is 2 times 4. I will add 8. If you have failed, it says you have not passed. When you win, it says you have passed. Maybe.
Okay, thank you, Aria. So can we see your code?
Here is my code.
Okay, can you scroll up? Okay.
This is my code. My code. Thank you.
Okay, Aria, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Aria. Trainers, sorry, students, does any one of you have a question for Aria? Students, does any one of you have a question for Aria Dodia? No one. Trainers, does any of you have a question? Questions from trainers?
Yes, I'd like to just give a compliment. I am impressed by her work. It's really exceptional. The quiz and the way it comes to score up there. It's impressive. Keep it up, Aria. That's good work. That is good work. Keep it up. Keep it up. You can do it. You can do it. That is very good work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Trainer Edward. Aria, please keep on. I still want to see you with the video and the audio on. Teacher Edward just complimented you, so I hope you are excited, and please do not stop there. You need to go on and create more and more quizzes, more and more stories. We are excited so much for your project. Thank you so much, Aria. So I hope no other trainer has questions. Trainers, does any of you have a question for Aria? Okay, so we shall be moving to the next Scratch Intermediate student, who is Louise Ayuji. Louise, I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrongly. You can correct me. But the name is Louise. Louise, can you please start? Oh, okay, I've been informed parents are here. Parents, thank you so much for being around. We are so excited to have you on. As you can see, the children, the students are so good. They are so passionate about what they are studying. Thank you so much for finding them. I'll request that if any of the parents has a question, please do not hesitate to ask. Please do not hesitate to ask. These are your children. You can ask anything and they'll be able to answer you. Thank you so much. So I'll request we proceed to Louise. Louise, I'm so excited to hear from you. Louise, are you here? Okay, apparently Malcolm is here. Okay, so I think we should have Louise first, then Malcolm. If Louise is available, we can have her first, then as Malcolm gets some time to prepare. So Malcolm, you come after Louise, if Louise is available. Or we can move to Precious, since I'm seeing her here. Precious, so nice to see you. Can you please take on as Louise comes around?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Atune Precious Mwelaze. I'm 15 years old. I'm in Form 3 and I go to Navisunsa Girls School. I've been doing Scratch Intermediate and I made a project about COVID-19. Yeah, so let's. So as I already mentioned, my name is Atune Precious Mwelaze, and my project is titled The Bright and Bad Side of COVID-19. My problem statement is coronavirus, because some people ignore the fact that COVID-19 has also brought good things, and some COVID-19 victims are also segregated. So my suggested solution is that I created a project that shows both the good sides and bad sides of the outbreak of COVID-19. My project steps, I thought of the idea and then I began planning it and creating codes and looking for backgrounds. Then I developed it through Scratch. And these are the codes. I hope you enjoy watching the project and please feel free to compliment and add any comments.
In the world today, there has been a global outbreak of coronavirus. Teachers, doctors, nurses, workers, students and so many other people have been affected in different ways. Schools have been closed, people have lost their loved ones, workers have lost their jobs. Doctors and nurses have been overwhelmed by the number of COVID-19 patients and they lack the protective gear to protect themselves, hence risking both their lives and their families. This project illustrates what some people have been going through. Hope you enjoy.
Wait, watch out. Corona is going to enter you.
Come on guys, let's go attack them. Oh no, she's so lucky she has a mask on.
Yes, I'm lucky I remembered to wear a mask. But other children can't keep their masks on. That's why we can't go to school anymore.
School's been closed due to the outbreak of COVID-19.
Oh no.
What's wrong, Anna?
How are we going to study now?
Don't worry about that, you'll be using gadgets to study.
But I don't have a phone.
You'll be using your parents' laptops or phones.
What is going on in this world?
Due to the outbreak of coronavirus, we no longer have room to treat the many patients. Besides that, some nurses and doctors don't have the right equipment to deal with the virus, henceforth putting both their lives and their families at stake. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. People are dying each and every day. And the worst thing is that they are not given the burials they deserve. Their bodies are just being dumbed. People are no longer given the right to say their final goodbyes to their loved ones. And that leaves them miserable. Okay, enough with the bad side of COVID. There is a way COVID has helped strengthen family bonds and improve on the digital intelligence. Let's see how.
I have been taught how to use a laptop. I have also become a digital citizen and can protect myself on the internet. Apart from that, I also study online, all thanks to my parents. And it's very fun. Let me show you how I study. The outbreak of COVID-19 has left us no other option but to turn to the new normal. Us, the kids, have also been studying online, but, in the long run, we have gotten to love and adventure the different things on. I have also learned some new terms like mod and floor. Floor is the integer portion of a number, and mod is the remainder of a number after division. For example, the mod of 10 and 5 is 0 because there is no remainder after division. The floor of 21.5 is 21. We have been able to go on YouTube, and we have learned new things and are still adventuring. I personally have learned how to help my mother in the kitchen through the cooking tutorials on the internet. I have also learned to make a ball using banana fibers.
My family and I have spent a lot of quality time with each other, and we understand ourselves better. We now play, eat and enjoy together. I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
Wow, thank you so much, Precious. That was so beautiful. I'm really impressed. So I learned from your project that there are good sides of coronavirus. We've been seeing them, but we never paid attention. But from your project, there are really so many. And I would like to implore all of you to please see the good sides like Precious has. So, well, I don't have any questions. Precious, well done. Thank you so much. It was like a movie. So parents, I hope you are seeing how good your children are becoming at this new technology that is developing. Thank you so much. Our request, if there is any student that has a question, can you kindly ask parents too? Precious, can you please keep the video on? Students, does any of you have a question? Danielle, Aria, anyone with a question? Precious, I hope you can see the messages. They are well done messages right there in the chat. So it was really a good project. Please keep it up. Keep it up. You can do more and more. You can do more than that. You can do a full movie. So kindly do that all the time. You can as well upload it on your YouTube channel. So I'm really impressed. Students, anyone with a question? Aria, you have a question?
No.
You don't? I thought you were putting up your hand. So, parents, does any of you have a question? Parents, no one. Trainers, we are back to you. Do you have questions for Precious? Trainers, anyone? Okay, well done. Oh, Teacher Edward has a question. Yes, Teacher Edward.
Yes, I'm excited. I am really excited about our project. It's really dope.
Mind blowing.
It's mind blowing. It's I don't know if we're still having more, but this is it. This is something that I don't know. Precious, thank you so much. This is good. I don't know. It's really good stuff. I don't know how you came up with those, the photos, and then you put them there, and then and everything is flowing very well. It was really very good. Thank you. I'm inspired. The other one thing I would like probably for you to correct in there is the synchronism between the speech and the text.
Pictures. Yeah.
That speech was a kind of ahead of the text. Yeah? So we couldn't keep up well there, but that's very easy. Just need to do some changes in the waiting and delay and broadcasting and make things really synchronize together well there. So thank you so much. I am impressed. That's beautiful. This is beautiful. I saw the various scenarios being brought out very well. This is good. Thank you. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, Teacher Edward. Yes, Precious, you have something to say?
I was saying thank you.
Okay, Precious, kindly keep your video on. I need to be seeing all the students. Daniel, you too, Emmanuel. I want all the videos on. I need to be seeing you. Where are you happy? Where are you excited about the project you're seeing? I need to see the face, the expressions. So I've seen Malcolm around. Malcolm, can we have you? Malcolm, are you still around? Can we have you present now? Malcolm. Okay, I think we've lost him again. So we shall move on with the Scratch Intermediate students. Louise, are you here now? Louise? Louise? Louise, can we move to you now? Louise is still not around. Okay, so, well, so two of Scratch Intermediate students are still not around. I hope someone can try to reach them. Thelma Barunji. Thelma Barunji, can we move to you? Thelma Barunji, also not around. Okay, so we are going to move to Scratch Advanced. We shall come back to those ones later. I saw Malcolm around, but I think he has an instability in his network. So we shall wait, we shall move on as they come around. So Scratch Advanced, we are so excited to have you around. We have Jeremiah, Israel, Ijeni, and John Dahura. I hope both of you are here. And we are starting with Jeremiah Israel. So Jeremiah Israel, please, can you take us away? Jeremiah, yes, I can see you. I can see you around. Please, it's your turn. Jeremiah, if you can hear me, kindly go on with the presentation. Yes, beautiful. I can see you sharing your screen.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ejeni Israel Jeremiah. I'm in Scratch Advanced. I'm 13 years old. My problem is idleness among people, and I chose this problem because many people are idle. The solution, I made a game. My project steps, this is a flow chart. So it will start, then the sprite will move sideways to go towards the ball. Then is it touching the ball? If it is touching the ball, it will continue doing what it's doing. Then if it isn't touching the ball, is it done? If it's done, it will stop.
Hi, I'm Abby. Welcome to this game. Make sure to hit the ball.
Then at the end, it will tell you to draw any shape you want. Finished. Let me explain my code. So when the green flag is clicked, this sprite Abby will show and it will switch the backdrop to the second backdrop. Its voice will set to alto, then it will speak, then it will broadcast start, then when it receives start, it will hide. Then the butter, when the green flag is clicked, it will hide, but when it receives start, it will show. The backdrop will switch to the neon tunnel. Then if the left arrow key is pressed, it will change X by -10. And if the right arrow key is pressed, it will change X by 10. Then if it's touching the ball, it will switch the costume to butter D and wait for 1 second and switch it back to butter A. Then when it receives next, it will hide. And will say you have won. Then it will play the sound tada, and it will switch to backdrop 1. Then when the backdrop switches to 1, when the green flag is clicked, this pencil will hide. Then it is when then this is from my blocks. It will define the septagon. Then pen down. I use the pen extension, pen down. For the septagon, it will repeat 7 times. That's the number of sides the septagon has. Then it will move the steps of the side length. Then it will turn 51.428571486 degrees. And the pen will go up. It will wait for 1 second and it will raise all. Then it will ask what shape do you want to draw. Then if your answer is equals to septagon, then it will draw the septagon size at 50. And the code continues like that. So that's my project.
Okay, Israel, thank you so much for presenting. I'm kindly requesting that you kindly take me through what your project is about, because at that time when you had started, my network was not so good. So can you please tell me what your project is about in like 1 minute?
My project is about this batter. He has to hit the ball in order to get points. Then at the end of the project, this pencil, you ask like at the end, it will
can we see the full screen? Can we see the full screen of the project running? Okay, so yes, you are saying?
Hi, I'm Abby. Welcome to this game. Make sure to hit the ball in order to gain points.
Okay. Okay, it's okay. That's enough. Thank you so much, Israel. I'm sorry for taking you back. Well done. That was good. That was beautiful. I'll request if any of the students has questions for Israel, Jeremiah. Anyone with a question? Anyone with a question for Israel? Okay, apparently there's no student with a question. So can we move to the parents? Parents, does anyone have a question for Israel, Jeremiah? Parents, does any of you have a question? Still no one. Trainers, we move to you. I'm very sure there's someone with a question from our trainers. Trainers, does any one of you have a question? Trainer Edith, I've seen you around, so excited to see you. Trainers, again, does any of you have a question? Trainer Edward, no question?
Yes, thank you so much, Esther.
Yes.
Thank you, Israel, for this project. I noticed it's quite innovative. I have not seen such before, like the bat, and then you hit the ball, and then you score a point. I've seen things like someone is having a bowel and they're catching apples. I've seen things like a bar, or on the ground, a pedal, and then you hitting the ball from the ground. And I never seen it on this level. It's really innovative. I'm impressed by seeing you using the bat to hit the ball and then you score. It's really innovative. Thank you so much, and keep it up.
Okay, thank you so much, Israel. Kindly don't stop there. You can improve on the same project. You can create more other projects and share with us a link, maybe a YouTube channel that you have, and you're posting all those videos. Please don't stop, keep it up. So we shall move on. I do not know if Malcolm is around. Malcolm, are you around? Malcolm, still not around. Let's see who else. John Dahura from Scratch Advanced. John Dahura, are you available? John Dahura, still not available. Louise, are you around? Louise, still not. Thelma Barunji. Thelma Barunji. Oh, John is here. John Dahura from the Scratch Advanced class. Are you now here? John Dahura, okay. So I request that if you have a friend who is not around, can you please contact them? Trainers, if you have a student that is still not around, please contact them and tell them to come around, because I wouldn't want us to move to the Python class or when the Scratch classes haven't fully presented. So John Dahura, I do not know if you've successfully joined, seen you around, but still not. Yes, John Dahura is here. John, you're very welcome. It's your turn to present. Can you kindly set up?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, John. John, we request that your video is on. Can you kindly put on your video? Oh yes, we can see you now somehow.
Okay.
Okay.
My project is about deforestation. My project statement, okay, I didn't introduce myself. My name is John Tugume. I am in Daffodils Primary School and I am 13 years old. My problem statement was deforestation. Now, the reason I chose this problem was deforestation is a major problem affecting the earth today. People carry out deforestation for many reasons, such as building roads, commercial selling of timber, and large demand for wood fuel, among others. However, deforestation has many disadvantages, such as degrading the rain cycle, causing soil erosion and landslides. I therefore decided to make a game to raise awareness about the problem deforestation. I'm trying to share my screen. Okay, so this is my project. So the sprite introduces itself, and then it shows you how they plant a tree. But it's just the basic idea of what you need. So here you're supposed to follow the order to input the items. So here it shows you what to do, and you're supposed to tap on the space to plant a tree. I sped up the growing process of the trees because I could not find a cut paste for the seeds. So here it will ask you if you're up to go to the sea and you'll see what happens next. So here I created another mini game where I use the arrow keys to collect trash that's in the sea. I programmed it so that when the score reaches 50, it will take you to a page and show you information about deforestation.
Hello, Israel. Sorry, hello, John. Hello, John.
Yes.
Are you still presenting?
Yes.
Are you still presenting? John, we can't hear you.
We know the project. Hello?
Yes, John. John, we can't hear you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. But as if it's frozen.
I
So...
finished the project. I finished sharing.
Oh, you finished sharing. I can still see your screen. Anyway, thank you so much for the project. You said it's about deforestation, and we saw in your project that they were trying to plant trees and also get dirty particles from the sea, that's from the water. It's really beautiful. You are causing an awareness about deforestation, and that's really nice. Keep it up. What stood out for me was the fact that you would use your arrows to collect the dirt from the water. That's really nice. Please keep it up. Do more of the projects. I also want to tell the students, the rest of the students, please keep your videos on. Please keep your videos on. I really want to see your faces. And also you can compliment on your friends or your fellow students' projects. Please compliment on them. Don't be afraid. We know so much that you guys can improve on each other's projects, so please don't fear to compliment. And also for Ndahura's, for John's projects, does any of the students have any addition, compliments, questions? Maybe you have a question for him and you want to learn how he did certain stuff. This is the time to talk to him. Parents, if any of you have a question for John, kindly ask now. Also, our students, please, if you have questions, trainers, we want to hear from you as well. You guys are training these children, you know exactly what to expect from them. So if you see something contrary to what you expect, kindly ask. John, thank you so much for presenting. Kindly keep your video on. Aria, keep your video on. Elma, I need your video on. Solange, you too. Please keep your videos on. I really want to see you all. Trainers, I need to be able to see you as well. So kindly keep your videos on. And as we move on to the next team, apparently I still need Elma, sorry, I still need Malcolm, Thelma Barunji, Louise, Ayuji, and yeah, I still need those students. They haven't presented and their time has gone already, so I need them to present in the next minutes, please, when you come around and you're supposed to have presented before, please let us know so you can present before your next team. So in the meantime, we shall move on to Python beginners. I hope you are around. We have two of them, Daryl and Elma. So yes, I can see Daryl. Elma, I can see you, but I can't see your video. So I hope you can turn on your video. So yes, Daryl and Elma, you can go on. The screen is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Elma.
Just give me a minute. Let me share my screen. Okay. So, yeah, once again, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ariho Elma. I'm 17 years old from Light Academy. And this is a project I'm doing with my classmate. I did with my classmate Moka Darrell, 17, and he's from Namiliango College. We both just finished senior 4 this year. So I want to go ahead and mention the problem statement for this whole project. So the problem I came up with is lack of entertainment and things to occupy people while they're at home, because most of us, especially apart from some adults, they're going out of homes and then they have something to do, they have work to do, and for us we just stay home, we stay idle doing the same things, whether it's watching TV and all that. And yeah, so this problem is caused by lockdown. And like I said, a lot of people are staying home with little to do. Most of us remain idle, bored, and there's a lack of creativity among people. And with this project, maybe we can show people how fun coding is. Like if we show this project to some other people who haven't yet started coding, and then they get the whole idea, they get interested, and see how fun coding is and join in and learn, get creative, that sort of thing. Now, yeah, so suggested solution in this group project, we created a simple racing game based on probability or chance between two turtles looking to make it to the finish line first. I believe that games like this will reduce on the level of boredom because it's fun to play and can inspire others to start creating their own games, as well as, I think I made a mistake there. I didn't complete it. I think I meant to complete it with as well as making games of their own. Yeah. So here are the project steps. So first, import both turtle and random into the module, create a race track. We created it with a black boundary, as you're going to see in the visual presentation, across which the turtles will race. Create two turtles, the second being the clone of the first turtle. Make one turtle red, and that turtle's name was Raphael, and the other blue. His name was Leonardo. Thanks to Daryl, he came up with those nice names. So create a die, and this will determine the number of steps each turtle will move on each of their turns. Because after, like the die is rolled, and then when it's Raphael's turn, he'll move a certain number of steps based on the outcome of the die, and so will Leonardo on his turn. So yeah, make the finish line point which is also the same as the starting point of the race. And that's why a turtle wins after completing a full lap around the square racetrack. Yeah, thank you for listening to the presentation. Now we'll show you a visual representation of the project.
Thank you, Elma. Good afternoon, everyone. This is me and Elma's project. I call it the Turtle Lab. We call it the Turtle Lab. This is a game based on complete probability using a die of 6 sides. The 2 players take turns rolling the die, and whatever they get, their steps are multiplied by 20, which are the way I'm going to show you right now. So let me share my screen. So this is the program that we made. Player 1, we assigned its name to be Raphael, and player 2 to be Leonardo. Player 1 will be red, and player 2 will be blue. Both the players are set at the same positions, waiting for the race to begin. Player 1 will roll first, so you press enter to roll the die. As you can see on the screen, the result of the die roll is 5. And since I programmed it to take the number of steps of the result of the die roll times 20, the number of steps will be 5 times 20, which is 100. And the same will go on for player 2. As you can see, player 2 has also moved. So let's finish the race and declare a winner.
You're breaking the rail.
All right. I hope my network is now fixed and you can hear me properly. As you can see, we have made the players move around the square in one complete lap, and one of the turtles reached the finish line faster than the other, and it declared the winner, as shown below, right here. Leonardo wins, which is the blue turtle. Does anyone have any questions?
Okay, Darrell, thank you so much. Well done. Okay, we have seen the rest of the turtles, and okay, so well, let's first have questions from our students. Thank you so much, Darrell and Elma, for the good work done. Students, do you have any questions? Because clearly this game is of die and turtles moving in a race. So I'm very sure every one of you has understood. So I need questions from students also this time, and parents as well. Darrell, can you please show us your code in the meantime as they ask? Trainers, do you have any questions? Trainers, do you have any questions? Trainer Edith, trainer Edward, do you have any questions? students from the Python advanced class, do you have questions for these guys? Parents? Okay, so
I do have a question.
Oh yes, please.
My name is Benjamin Munji. I wanted to ask, is there a way of, okay, let me just ask, is there a way of, okay, the question is, do we have to write all this code? It really looks like a lot. And for someone who wants fun, you say someone who wants fun, it would be a bit discouraging. I don't know if there is a way of writing a shorter code, making it easier, because it looks too much.
Yes, Daryl, that's your question. Elma, you too.
Okay, I think I'll answer first and say the code looks long, but it's a very simple code. Anyone who has learned Python within a week can write it under an hour. It took me about 30 minutes to write the code.
Really?
Very simple instructions, very simple coordinates, very simple finish line.
Okay. Benjamin, is your question answered?
Okay, my question is not yet answered. Okay, let me give you an example of me. The reason why I've asked you is when I was learning in Python, when I was in Python beginners, every time they used to give me something long, I really used to I used to take deep breaths. I always asked, okay, for a shorter way, because me and writing a lot, okay, yes, that is the thing. Me and writing a lot of things would be discouraging.
Yeah.
So is there a way of encouraging someone like me who is just starting, or maybe who is not so interested in writing long code? Is there a way of attracting me to learn?
Okay, so I believe that question is for the trainers. Yes, trainer Edward, can you answer that question, please?
Okay, thank you. Yes, now it's a very nice question. I would say that the easier way to learn such things is you have to understand the long way before you understand the shorter way. Because if you know the shorter way before the longer way, you may never appreciate the shorter way. Okay, so that's why we may not get the shorter way at first glance, because everything has work to be done in there. But if you don't understand the longer way, when you get the shorter way, you also will never appreciate it. So this is very good code. Yes, as they go on in the classes or they're coming up, they'll learn how to make it shorter and smaller and more fun and engaging. But at the beginning, it's always like that, because if you learn the shortcut now, you'll never appreciate it anyway. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Teacher Edward. We are really grateful to have you on board. Where would we get such an answer? So Daryl and Elma, thank you so much for the project. I hope you've learned quite a lot. Yeah. And as your trainer, I'm proud you guys would come up with something like that on your own. Well done. Trainer Edward, do you have a question, or does any other student? Oh, sorry. Benjamin, was your question answered? Benjamin, was your question answered? Okay, I can't hear from him. Okay, yes, Trainer Edward, do you have a question?
Yes, I have a quick question. I like the work that you have come up with. What I may ask Elma and Daryl, can you show us in your code the part that is helping the turtles to follow that line you've drawn?
All right. So the code that helps the turtles follow that the square will be the beginning points, which you'll see by my cursor up here. I start both of them from the coordinates of 180 and negative 200, and I make them turn right, which is exactly where the square is supposed to begin. Then they start. Now for the turning, I brought upon these if, ellipse, and for statements to help the turtles turn around the squares as they go around the lap. Whenever any of the players pass these positions or reach these positions at all, I've given them instructions to turn left 90 degrees as a square is supposed to be, and then move forward a bit so that you can continue the race.
Wow, this is impressive.
Thank you.
It's nice. Good work.
All right. Thank you so much, Teacher Edward. Trainers, do you have any questions? I can't see the trainers on board. Students, please, you can ask any question. You can ask them how they do this, what they had to study to do this. You can also be inspired to study, Python beginners. So thank you so much, Elma and Daryl. Well done. Please keep it up. You can move on to the next level now. Oh, sorry, I was breaking. Am I clear now?
No.
Still breaking. Oh my God, no. So still saying, well done. I hope you can hear me now. Okay, so thank you so much, Daryl and Elma. Thank you. I hope the students that we missed out earlier are available now. I'll read out their names, so if you can reach out to them very fast, please do. Malcolm, there's Louise, Thelma Barunji, and yes, I think those are the ones. Kindly reach out to them. If any of them is around now, they can take on the floor. Malcolm, Thelma, Louise, and yeah, I think those are the ones. So in the meantime, we shall be moving on to Scratch AI. Oh yes, this is the class I've been waiting for. So Scratch Artificial Intelligence. So I request all of you that have presented before these ones, please pay very, very keen attention. Pay attention to these ones. I'm very sure you're going to be blown away. So we shall start with Masaja. Oh, okay. We shall start with Jordan Tendo. Yes, Jordan Tendo, are you around? It's like I've seen you around. Jordan Tendo. Okay, I'm not seeing him anymore. Abigail Mbimanya. So let me read out all their names so we can see if any of them is around. Abigail Mbimanya. Yes, Abigail, I can see you. Jordan Tendo, I still can't see you. Letitia. Oh yes, Letitia will not be able to make it. Then Naomi. Kelsey. Okay. So Jordan Tendo, not available. Then Jordan Tendo. Then Abigail Mbimanya. Yes, Abigail. Kindly take on. Abigail, I can see you around. Can you kindly present?
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Abigail.
I'm Abigail Mbinya.
Mbinya.
Yeah. Mbinya.
Oh, sorry about that.
I'm 13. Sorry, I don't have the slides. I'm not able to access the PowerPoint, but I'll explain what the slides were supposed to do.
Okay.
So I'll start with the introduction.
You have your video.
Abigail Mbinya. I'm 13 years old and I'm currently a vacationer. I just did my PLE from King's Schools found in Kaboa. And I've been learning at Code Academy for starting last year. And right now I'm in Scratch AI, Pictoblocks or Scratch. My project is basically about a calculator. Wait. My project is basically about a shopping list, like a cashier, but this cashier it's used with AI, meaning that you don't have to use a real cashier you don't have to have a cashier to operate it. It operates in a way that after you finish shopping, it's going to count. It's going to be able to sum up the total of the items you've bought, and after that it's going to tell you how much your total is. Then you're going to put your money into a device where it's going to be able to read the money and tell you if the money you've put in was enough, equal to the items you've bought, or if it's less. And if it's less, you'll be required to put the money in. So I'm going to share my project and show you what I have right now. So this is my project. It's using AI to detect the money, if the money is real or fake. So it's detecting from the internet. It's using URL, meaning there is an image. It copies, it says from the internet to see if the money is which you've assigned in the project is matching the one on the internet. So we begin. I'm going to show you first the process you take when you're shopping, and then after that it's going to come to the last part where you have to put in the money you're using, or it has to detect if the money is, if it's the equal amount it needs. So we're going to click this. And
Hello,
then,
I am Abby, your shopping assistant. Would you like to see the shopping price list?
wait, let me restart the project.
Hello, I am Abby, your shopping assistant. Would you like to see the shopping price list?
I don't know why it's doing that. It has never done that before.
Hello, I am Abby, your shopping assistant. Would you like to see the shopping price list?
Yes. So it's supposed to be able to detect that.
Can you try to have your camera for zoom off, and see if you can work with the camera for Pictoblocks?
Okay.
Hello, I am Abby, your shopping assistant. Would you like to see the shopping price list?
Yes. Can I have some time to test the project?
Yes, Abby, you can have some time. Kindly, you can have some time. When you're ready, you let us know and you can proceed with the presentation, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so as Abby is testing her project, we shall move on to Kelsey. Kelsey, if you're available, please, you can take on. Kelsey. See, Kelsey. Okay, Kelsey is also not around. So I think those are the only two. Jordan Tendo. Jordan Tendo, are you around? Jordan Tendo, still not around. Okay, so we are going to be, Jordan Tendo, are you around? No, let's see. Thelma Malcolm. Okay, so in the meantime, we shall move on to Python Advanced. Python Advanced class, we have Edward Businge, Benjamin Munji, and Paul Murunji. It's like I've seen all of them around. So in that order, we shall have Edward Businge. Please, you can take on the floor. Edward, if you're around, or Benjamin Munji. Benjamin, yes, I can see you. Paul Murunji, it's your turn to present. So please take on. Yes, I think the three of you are available, so it's your turn. Hello. Benjamin. Python Advanced students, can you kindly present? It's your turn to present. So I request you guys take on Python Advanced class.
Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Edward, Python student, Python Advanced student. And yes, it's presentation day. Answer bet, and I guess it is also judgment day.
Okay, so Edward, can we kindly have your video on?
Yes. Let me try to. But my internet connection is so poor, doesn't, and I think my data is running out. So
it's
anytime I'm at, let me try to be as fast as I can. I think let me start with my presentation. Where is it? Yes, this is my presentation. I hope you can all see it. Very brief, straight to the point, and that is always my goal. My name is Edward. I come from Mgongo, 17, and I love science. That is precisely why I do computer programming, because I love it. Yeah, that is who I am. For you, I have made an analog clock, a snake game, and a calculator. The clock and snake are obviously just one of the many assignments we are doing during the class. And then the calculator, that was just my project. It seems simple, but it's not simple because you have to know some good knowledge before you can do it. And given the fact that it's also needed, I decided to come up with that. Yeah, this inspiration is simply where and how I came up with the projects. Some of the projects are rather improved assignments. Why the assignments? I think it would make no sense to be examined about something you needed not. In fact, I believe that if you lose knowledge and you pay no price for losing it, then that knowledge is, bluntly speaking, useless. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I mean what I'm saying, and I'm serious. If you forget something and you don't pay a price for forgetting it, if you learn something in school for 3 years, 7 years, 4 years, I don't know how many years spent in school, and then you forget it, I believe that knowledge, and then you forget, and then you don't pay a price, like you don't suffer, you don't lose something, then I guess that knowledge is useless. So that's why I decided to use this knowledge that I acquired, these assignments, I decided to use them in here. You can compare it with anything in life from what you studied in school all the way to your current profession, and you will simply justify my reasoning. The calculator, you'll wonder why I made something so simple. Well, even if it is simple, it's still important. And because it's important, it's not simple. Nothing important is simple. Nothing good is simple. It is just that direct. Allow me to convey my special thanks to Ms. Edward Sempala, our teacher. The staff, your good source of knowledge, consultation, thank you. And a few students, my classmates, Paul and Benjamin. Yeah, I disturbed them quite often, so I have to thank them too. Next, I think let's now go straight to my projects. Time. One of the most expensive resources, surprisingly, one of those things that only come once, is time. It was an assignment, of course, and this is what I came up with. Yesterday I wasn't available for the briefing because I had network issues with my computer, so I'm not really sure what exactly you guys were supposed to see, but I decided to bring whatever I could put together. And again, internet connection, Jesus. And then I decided to bring and present to you this clock. This was my clock. It's not one of the best in the class, but in my view, it is good. When I do something and I think it is good, I believe it is the right thing, and I believe something tells me that that is it. And I come up with this clock. Maybe I might need to do some little, festooning it and adding a few more features, but the way it is good. And I think that the user interface also is good enough, easy to read and direct. It's not crumbled, it's not dirty. And I think now let's look at my code. Don't think about the error. The error is just nothing. It doesn't have a closing program. So the code, I want to be brief with the code, given the fact that I don't have a lot of time. And to that, I don't want to over-explain things, especially given the fact that many of our friends among us here are not Python people. They're not into the deep programming. So if I start bringing in the real terminologies, you guys might lose track. So to be brief, we use modules we use modules in Python, and we happen to use the Turtle module and the time module. They are like packages of code, which packages then also have more code within them to make them work. So when you talk about the Turtle, it is responsible for the graphics, and then for the time, it's the one that is responsible for the time itself, And then this code is the one that is supposed to handle the interface, how it looks. We have the part that handles the time itself, and then the part that handles the graphics. We can have the graphics, but without the time, like just an image of a clock. But then having a clock working, that's another thing. So this code up to around here, I think up around this side, is responsible for drawing the clock. And then this around here moves the clock hands accordingly, hourly, secondly, and per minute. Yeah, that is brief. Then this while will keep this and then this code will make sure that this while loop keeps the code running, because of course you don't want a clock that will count your time and then shut down. So this one will keep running until your battery runs out, or until you close the program or something like that. And that's for the clock. Then the snake game, I don't know if I should take you through it, but anyway, I will open it. I believe all of us, so long as you were born from 2000 to 2005, of course, putting aside our brothers and sisters who, but even 2007, I'm sure you've seen the Snake Zenzia game on, I think it was Nokia. I don't know if those ones are still in production, but that game is on every Nokia phone that I think I've held. It's an amazing game, and it always kept me company. I loved it. It was so basic, but it always took my attention. Why? I'm not sure, but it was our inspiration. But then I decided, or our teacher decided, that we should do it. We were challenged, to be honest with you, we were challenged, so he had to come in, help us out, then we improve it again. And then this is what we came up with. This is a code. As usual, sorry, it's a little complicated, But if you want the code, you can inbox me and I give it to you. It is well commented. I believe I commented it well enough. Even if you're not a programmer, you can understand it. So let's run it and we see what you're talking about here. I hope it doesn't give errors. Yes. So it's like the real basic snake game we had on Nokia. Very interactive, very nice. It's one of those few things that will encourage you to do something As in, I mean, why wouldn't you want to know how such a thing is built if you really love it? So gives you more reason to come and learn Python programming. Yes, the code, it is this is the code, well commented. I don't have to do a lot of explaining. As I told you, work with modules. And this time it happens to be that this time we're using the random module and the turtle module. The turtle module is responsible for the graphics, for that screen, and then the snake, and then the food, how the food looks, you know. And then these are variables, something very normal. I hope even our guys have them in their Scratch. I hope you also have variables because they are really amazing. Then, oh yeah, it's the code that, for purposes of time, since this it's like a real source code, I don't think many of us will understand it even if I try to explain it. So since I've seen the code, let's go to the next project. My calculator. As I told you, it is very simple, but you can't live without it. People of this generation were innovative but lazy. So here we need calculators so much. And then when you run our program, this one's so preliminary, so simple, so basic. If you're not impressed, I don't know if I should ask for your forgiveness, but more is coming along the way. So we have the cosines, we have the temperature converters, and we also have basic math operations. It depends on what you want. So if you wake up one morning and then you want to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, you just come run the program, and then here you will enter 5. No, here we mostly deal in Celsius. The Americans deal so much in Fahrenheit. Why? I also don't know. Then we put in our Celsius scale. We want to know what is the conversion of 100 degrees C to Fahrenheit. It is 212. And then it will keep running for as long as you want. This is the simplest code I have. As you can see it, we have some ifs. We have variables choice. And this while loop is the reason as to why the code will not break when you run it the first time. You know, if you don't put it in a loop, you'll only get one result and the program will close, and that is it. But because of this while loop, we shall run forever until we are tired of the calculator and close it. Yeah. And that is it for my presentation. I've tried to be as fast as I could. And I hope I don't have questions. Any questions for me?
Oh, yes. Well done, Edward. Thank you so much for showing us all your projects. I'm personally impressed mostly by the snake game. Okay, let's first ask the students. Students, does any one of you have questions? Students, does any one of you have questions? Mostly students from Python beginners. Are they even still here? Anyway, students, do you have any questions for Edward? His projects were so precise. I'm very sure everyone understood. So can you kindly ask him some questions? Okay, no questions from the students. Trainers, any questions? Trainers, Code Academy trainers, do you have questions for Edward? Before I can ask mine. Yes, Edward, do you have any question? None? Okay, so my question is simple, Edward. Okay. No, I'm learning from you. It's not like I'm questioning you about something. I need you to show me where with the snake game, the cord that increases the segments of the snake, because apparently I saw that whenever it eats food, it grows. So can I kindly see that the specific cord that causes this to grow in a very short time? As
you wish.
Munji and Paul prepare after Edward.
Okay, so the growth part.
Yeah.
Okay. You see this part here, this comment?
Yeah. Creates the new head into the snake body list.
So this part here will let me see if not can. This part points.append points actually is supposed to be body. Body represents the coordinates of each segment, meaning each segment actually has coordinates. If you see here, points has 5 coordinates, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means our snake initially has 5 body parts. Now, when it eats, points.append, meaning it's getting a new head. We are adding a new segment to that snake, and then it keeps growing. So long as it keeps eating, we shall keep appending, and then the snake will keep elongating. And the cycle will continue until you finally bite yourself.
So when it bites itself, does it start again or the game ends?
No, it doesn't end. It takes you all the way
to the beginning,
to 5 segments again. And then you have to grow again, like that. I hope you've understood. Very simple and straight to the point.
Thank you. I think Esther is having an network glitch. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, Edward, for your presentation. It's really impressive. I wouldn't comment much because I was with you in class. So thank you. Let's have. I don't know if Elma and Daryl have any questions for you in there, or they are inspired or something. Abigail, are you back? Abigail?
Yes.
Back, can you now take on?
Okay.
Okay, let's have Abigail, then we show as you pair.
So we left off on the part where off on the part where it asked if I would like to see the price list, and that is why I got errors in my code. So as you can see on the lower, the bottom of the stage, it has recognized my voice or the speech I said into it, and it has recognized that I said yes. So I do not want to start it again because I might have the same issues. So just start off from where I left. So the artificial intelligence part recognized my voice as the result that I said yes. So after I said I want to see the price list, it showed the lists, both the lists on top of the stage it recognized my speech that yes, I wanted to see the price list. So two lists appeared here. One was showing the items that are displayed here, and the other was showing their prices. So after it shows me the prices, it asked me to click on the items I would like to buy. So after I click, they are all going to be put into, the prices are all going to go into a list, which is going to add up, the list is going to add up the prices and then tell you the total of what you've bought. You can even buy a certain item twice or more times. So after the character had instructed the user to then press the space key when it's done. So after I press the space key,
please place the money on the camera.
It's going to tell me that, but that is where right now I've not yet finished the whole project, but I'm going to submit it on the link you sent me. After, I'm going to place the money. So for example, it was a 10,000 note. After I press it, the code is going to recognize the money just from the corner, and it's going to identify some few, like the parts that make Ugandan money to show that it's fake or not fake. After I show my money on the screen, there are some recognitions that are going to show up, showing some of the images that usually appear in Ugandan money to prove that it's fake or not fake. So it's going to identify those parts and also going to identify how much the price is. After it has identified the price and the price is equal to the number of items you've bought, or it's equating to the price of the number of items you've bought, it's going to then reply, "Thank you for shopping with us." And if it's not equal to the price, it's going to tell you to add money, or it's going to instruct you to use another currency. But the basic idea of the project is that it's using AI. It's a cashier, especially during this time where we have COVID. Instead of a normal cashier sitting behind and always having to touch the money, which is one of the ways COVID is spread, this machine, you're going to put in the money into it, and it's going to read the money. It's going to read if the money is fake. It's going to read the amount of money. Then if the money is enough for the amount of items you've bought, then it's going to tell you that after that, going to say that the money you've submitted is enough, and it's going to let you continue through. But if the money was not enough, so I've done the whole project, and the only part remaining is where it goes into URL. So here I only put it's going to recognize from the internet, and this was a 10,000 shilling note, but I have to keep on adding because the money can be a 1,000 shilling note, or it can be any other, even coins. So that is what I'm still working on, but I'm going to submit my project on the link sent.
Okay, well done, Abby. Well done. That's a really nice project. Keep it up. And I hope to see it when it's complete, because I really want to test and see if it can recognize my 100 shilling coin. Thank you so much, Abby. I hope the rest of us have learned from Abby. Those of you who are in Scratch Advanced, you can move on to Scratch AI and see what's happening in that class. You can see they can recognize money, they can recognize faces, they can recognize anything. So yes, it's really interesting. I would like to get questions from the students right now. Students, anyone with a question, parents, trainers, do you have any questions? Trainer, Edward, trainers, I can see you, please, you can ask questions.
Okay, thank you, Esther. Yes, Abby, this is a very nice project, shopping assistant. I'm thinking that the cashiers are losing jobs with this project. They are going to be unemployed. And it's really impressive. And I like the inspiration where it's coming from, the COVID-19 spread and trying to cut off that cash with people. So it's really impressive. It's really impressive. I'm waiting to see the money being detected and on the screen also. I like just to have a look at that. But it's really impressive. This is what AI can do, and probably I'd also like to encourage the others that AI is now the real thing, and machine learning. So those ones who are in the lower class of Scratch and also in Python, AI is the real deal, and you come across it as you continue with us, and I know you do amazing stuff in there. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Trainer Edward. You said exactly what I was going to say. AI is the thing. Python students, you guys can do AI as well. So as we move on, I can see Jordan Tendo is here. Jordan, are you ready? Yes, Jordan, are you ready? Jordan
Yes.
Tendo? Okay, so please take us away.
My name is Masajage Jordan Tendo. I'm 13 years old, and I created a game called Monster Blast. I think that one of the problems that children face normally is boredom, which can lead to some bad behaviors like children stealing and escaping from their homes. Boredom is mainly caused today by this lockdown, which has affected the whole country.
Hello? We can't see you.
Jordan, we request that you put your video on. We would like to see you. Or you can let us know if you have any issues that you can't choose your video. Yes, Jordan, are you still there? Jordan. Okay, in the meantime, please proceed.
The solution to the problem of boredom are games. I created this game called Games Keep Children Busy. And I also created like an AI chat box for children to get someone to talk to when they are bored. Here are like the pictures of the code. It's not much, but it's it's a fun game to play. I'd like to thank my parents for paying for my code cap session and my trainer, Miss Tugume Brenda, for teaching me what I know.
Okay, Jordan, can we kindly see the project?
It starts from here. You click the green flag and it will give you two options. There's this one, it will show you to play the game, and this one to talk to the AI. The one for the AI, it works, but where I am, there's a lot of noise. Like after talking, it picks up some noises, then it just gets confused. So that it works, just that there are some noises around the house which it picks up.
Hi there, I am John. I am an AI. Do you want to be my friend?
So first put off the camera of the Zoom meeting, then you can use the camera here in Pictob.
Hi there, I am John. I am an AI. Do you want to be my friend?
Yes.
Could you say that again?
See, like after talking, the voices which it picks up around the house.
Okay, can we see the game? Can you play again and click on the other one so we can see the game?
The game is mostly about like the score which you have to reach is 30. Then after reaching like that 30, you have to continue playing the game until you reach 100. Then the AI will come back and like say like, you have finished the game. Did you enjoy? If yes, it will say thank you for saving the planet. Play again later. And if not, it will say please try again and play until you enjoy it.
Okay, Jordan, thank you so much. That was good. I love the game. Even if for asking John, we did not really get a lot of results there, but I can see the game is working. The scores go on increasing. So I hope when you submit the project, the file of the project, we can see the full working AI system. Okay?
Yes.
So thank you so much for presenting. We were really waiting for you. Well done. Thank you so much. And I'll request if there is any student that has a question, this is the time to ask. please ask if you have a question before we proceed. Trainers, does any of you have a question? Okay, so apparently no one has a question. Oh, yes. Yes, Trainer Edward.
Yes, thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Jordan, for this game. The game that I could see. In your game, when the monster touches the beetle down, does the beetle die, lose some score? What happens? Because I've seen the monsters coming out of the beetle and then it kind of moves away, but they touch it. Does it die? Does it end the game, or does it lose any scores? Yes, Jordan.
It like reduces your scores.
Oh, okay. So scores decrease. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for the watch. It's really good. I'm waiting for that AI part where we're talking to John. But you can try to have a video recorded of it in a quiet place when there's no noise, and you can really have a chat with John and then share with us when you're submitting your project. Thank you.
Yes, so thank you so much, Jordan. Thank you, Teacher Edward, for noticing that. We shall now move on to the Python Advanced class. We had only seen Edward's project, so Benjamin Munji and Paul Murunji. Yes, I can see Paul are available. Yes, plus Benjamin, both of you are available. So I request that we go for Benjamin Munji first. Yes, Benjamin, please, you can take on the floor.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Benjamin. My name is Benjamin Munji, and I was studying Python Advanced class. And my project, let me just so it is a bit slow, I think. Overworking it. But anyway, yes, it is. Put it in slide format. Yeah, it's by me. Yeah, so my project is vehicle plate number identifier. Introduction. I will not estimate, it was some time back. I was supposed to say it was the whole country until someone told me maybe not even, I don't even know. Maybe you guys will tell whether it was a country, it was a tragedy to the whole country, or it was to a few people. But anyway, for me, for a few of us, it was a disturbing incident since we usually use that path. General Katumba was attacked. He's the Minister of Works and Transport. He was attacked by a team of assailants. They were armed motorcycles. We're still not sure whether there were only the 2 people that were named, or there were more, but anyway, there was still a silence, and they attacked and shot at his car, and they left his daughter, a driver, and about 2 bystanders dead, and also left him wounded, and I guess traumatized. And yes, since then, there have been a few suspects being called. I've seen them being taken to court, not once, and there were many people considering, which I guess brings the point, there were more than 2 people, the 2 people that were on the bike, on a motorcycle, and they have been apprehended. And okay, the fact that there were more than such a number of people might either show that there were more than that, or maybe there was not much evidence to prove. And so for me, I took it like there was not enough evidence. And so I went with that train of thought, and I was like, I continued imagining, what if maybe the number plates of that car were known? I mean, it was a motorcycle. What if the number plate was known? I don't know. I feel like it would accelerate the investigation. It would help improve on the investigation. Maybe I'm still not, maybe you guys will, everyone has their own notion, but to me it was like that. And then I was like, okay, maybe it would not be so easy. And then I added on, I was like, if there was a system, maybe, yes, let me call it a system, that would only need such a plate number. You capture it, okay, maybe you put it, you input it in the system, and this system, maybe it has a database of about people, it's about people, maybe all that. And then when you put in that number plate, it can be able to bring you the vehicle owner and maybe relevant information about them, the information that would be of use to the investigation. I was like, okay, if those people, if this system was in place and they actually got the number plate and maybe they got the owner of the vehicle, I personally think, in my train of thought, I think that this would be a very good, would be a very, should I say leap forward? It would be a good leap forward, a big leap forward in the investigation. And I think it would accelerate. Right now we would know at least a few suspects, or maybe 1 or 2. And yes, and then I was like, okay, let me use my not so much knowledge about Python yet. Okay, yes, I'm still learning, but either way, they have equipped us with enough knowledge to at least start up something small that can mimic big technology. That is how good our teachers are. And yes, I came up with this simple code that can probably mimic. If a simpler version, I'll say it's a simpler version. It's a very simple procedure. You just input the function, you just input the car plate number, and it brings back the person's what? The information that the database has about that person. And yeah, that is it. It's not, the information would be, okay, for me, if it were developed, it would have much more information, but I didn't put much information. I would put information that would be a bit important. And then the pros and cons of this technology, the advantage, yes, obviously everything. Literally, most things, okay, most things, I will not say everything, most things have a good and a bad side. That is just the way our world was created. And yes, at least I was able to identify a few pros and cons about this technology. Okay, the disadvantages, I would say the disadvantages, because it was supposed to be an advantage. So it helps identify criminals and wrong road users with, it would be easy. It would be easy. I'm saying it would be easy because the traffic officer sees a car speeding. Maybe, yes, it is speeding, or maybe it has hit someone and it ran off fast. And they just need the number plate. And just like that, they have all the information about the person. And even if maybe the person, they fail to get the person, you can still maybe update the library about that person. And his record will be in the library. And so maybe the next time they catch him, or if they have him, they have enough evidence against him. Even if they caught him, and it's okay, if this technology was wide enough, even if they caught him in Gulu and he committed a crime here, his crimes are already in the, I think it is easy. I would say it is easy to get such a person. That would have eased it. And then, just like I said, it helps to, this is just like a supplement of the first point of what I said before. The criminal's history is still there. So the police guy, if maybe he by chance caught this man, or maybe these random stops they make for people, they do for people, they just do a random stop, and then just like that, the random stop has helped you catch maybe a serious criminal. I think that would be efficient. I think that would be efficient. And then it helps improve road usage, obviously. Okay, maybe not obvious, because my point was not, it was a bit mysterious. People would be, if it increases crime catching, then obviously, maybe a few people will get scared and will maybe refrain. If he was supposed to do this, he will stop. It's like, anything I do, any wrong thing I do is added to my criminal history, or just like that, immediately. So even if I run away, this is still in the records that I did this, and it was written fast. It's not like maybe these things that we have right now where someone will just commit a crime here and then they run somewhere up country and they are never gotten. If this system is spread somewhere, if it's spread enough, if it's widespread, then I think this person, it is easy to get such a person. Yes, it will also be efficient in tax collection. Yes, well, tax collection, what would I say? The way they catch high speeding people, these people no, I will not say high speeding. The way, so that's not even the point. The way they just the same the random thing I said about them curbing people is the same way they can catch someone who has not yet renewed their license, like that. And it is just part of, I guess that technology is there already. I've seen it before. So I guess this will be in similitude. They will be used in conjunction and having a step towards the so-called utopia we always want. Then the disadvantages, obviously, okay, the disadvantages, as I say, it would cause a big security threat if it was in the wrong hands. Which wrong hands am I saying? I would say the wrong hands are anything that is not in the police's hands, because what would, if the bank needs, if actually any business, any other thing that is not the police would be a problem. We will not trust such people with information about the people among people in the whole country. Literally everyone in the whole country has their information. Their information is recorded there. Okay, not the vital information, say the vital information. So I think it would be a big security threat if it were in the wrong hands. And then it also needs skilled labor, obviously. skilled labor maybe. But skilled labor, actually, I don't even know why I put it, because it would not pose. Okay, maybe I just wanted to make it look like it's a serious thing, but it is not a serious problem, because about some time back, I saw on YouTube about, I saw some guy, he's called Sugata Mitra. He has a project of training illiterate of maybe revolutionizing teaching, making teaching more efficient. And his idea was, okay, how he started, he just got a random computer and with a browser and good internet connection, and he literally just put it in a village where kids didn't know English. He was Indian. He put it in India where kids did not know any English at all. But he left them for about 6 months. It was a pretty long time, but still, he came back when these children could speak English. They knew how to speak English and they knew how to use the browser. No one ever told them. If I had first tried in the city, but then you went to the village and the same results came up, nobody taught these children because it was literally a village, a very remote village. So I don't think, let me come back to the point. I think this is not a very big problem. In conclusion, then it needs a wide database storage. I think it really needs a lot of storage, which would be understandable. We are recording things about everyone in the country. Then the future advancements. If we use this thing, it is used in conjunction with advanced camera technology, we're now speaking just CCTV cameras taking a picture of a car and maybe a car overspeeding or anything, and they immediately get the number plate and keep that record. And that would be very efficient. That if in the future it was developed, I think that would be much more efficient. And I still don't know if it would only work for, okay, maybe you'd be the judge for that. I don't know if it would only be efficient for traffic, curbing wrong road users. I think if we develop this technology, maybe we improve, like maybe biometric scans, and it can actually scan faces. Speaking, maybe we are speaking going to a whole new level of curbing crime, which I think is very interesting. And then it would help track and keep records of such users. As I said in the previous slide, I think it was the previous slide, it keeps the record, so you can easily retrieve them every time, anytime you wanted. Maybe the way Google keeps things, Google Photos keeps information about your pictures. You can easily retrieve it. It would be interesting. Before I go to the closing remarks, I wanted to first do the code so that I close at once. Closing remarks, I think, are supposed to be after the presentation, after the advanced class. So yeah, it's actually a pretty simple code. I also still didn't believe that it was this supposed to be done in this little time. It's very not that hard. Anyway, it involves the regular expressions, and then it also involves lists. Yeah, so we started by importing the regular expressions. It is, for those who don't know it, it is a module in Python, just like the turtle module, just like the time module, the date time module, just like you see. It is also a module in Python. And so I created variables 5 variables with information needs. So this would be, in this case, in the case of a big system, this would be the storage. This would be the storage of the thing, the information. It has some information here about the person. Yes, there are 5 people. And so I inserted the variables in a list to reduce on the, what should I say, to reduce on my work, because as I stated earlier, I'm not a person of overworking.
Could you show us the code, the work first, how it runs, like, can we see, and then you come back?
What?
We can't get. Can you first show us how it runs? What happens when you run it before we come to the code?
Okay, that would work also. You write the plate number or the name. The name would also work, but I didn't want to say it because I'm imagining having a database that has people, like millions of people, 17, maybe let me say 10 million Ugandans have vehicles. I'm imagining a database that has such a number of people, and then you put in John, it is going to give you like 1,000 Johns or 10,000 Johns. So that is why I didn't want to put in the name. So I'll use that. But okay, I'll also try out the name to show you. Let me see. So let me see a plate number. Let me get UBG. A number plate. Looked through the variables and it found a match and it brought back the match. So this is the relevant information I told you about. This person has some crimes. This Greti is a good citizen of the country. She has no crimes. So yeah, but let me give you an example. Maybe, let's see. It's the best grammar in the world. Maybe let me say the UB guy. Anyway, yeah, this is the UBA guy. This man, so let me input the UBA. Wait, I think. So the UBA guy is Shin Paul, and his age 43. His plate number is this, as I put a match. So this would not be so efficient because there are many UBs and what, but involves in the whole permit. But okay, since we don't have so many people, we can as well do that. But I'll show you what would be the problem if you didn't specify, or if you didn't specify. So now this man has a criminal record of driving with an expired permit. And maybe somewhere, somehow, this man the crime was not taken care of. So if this police guy was just maybe randomly checking things, he can easily know, and maybe he can easily know who he's dealing with. Like, so this man, what? And maybe it would also help in apprehending.
Benjamin?
Yes?
I request that you summarize. Please, can you summarize in like the next 2 minutes?
I'm actually done. So yeah, okay. It is. Let me also try inputting a name. Which name can I put? Let me put. So you also put the name. But if I put in UB, give me a lot of people to show that it would be a problem. I'm done. with this. So yeah, I just simply created my function plate search, then you input the name. I wanted to keep it always up to avoid any confusion, like this, and then I put it in the list. So this is part of the regular expressions function, the W this. Now this is a regular expressions function, and if none, it will continue. This prevented me from doing an error because I wanted the whole information which the W does. Regular expression involves a lot of letters and small things. So this has a meaning. So yes, after all this, I don't want to go through the burden of having to write the function multiple times. So I call the function again, which is called recursion. Yeah, calls back a function. You can call back a function within itself. So let me go back to the closing remarks faster. We are on time. I didn't know that I was wasting time. But anyway, simple as, yes, it was all good. It was not my idea. It was all good because I remember saying that if I came up with this, if I actually do it, if I come up with an idea, it is yours. So I don't want to take the credit, it is his. And then my tutor, Edward Sempala, for advanced class, it was really an adventure. I still want to echo the fact that he did not only teach code, he also taught a lot of other things, a lot of other important life things that I actually picked. I want maybe if we're on YouTube, if I would encourage someone to think no more. If they were thinking about coming to Code Academy to learn or continue, think no more. Just come, I assure you. We'll have an adventure. And then I also want to recognize my family and friends. Yes, I tell you the truth is, there is somewhere I reached and I was about to give up. I was about to say, okay, let me just leave it at that. But anyway, the family and friends come in that part where they gave me a lot of support. And then also my mother. I think I was supposed to create her own line to show how much important she is to me. But actually, I'm sorry. I think she's going to be seeing this. I'm sorry for doing that, not giving you enough credit. But anyway, yeah, that was my presentation. It's Steve Benjamin Munji. Thank you so much.
Well, well done, Munji. Well done. Your project took more time than I think the entire, but I really thank the Lord who has helped you finish finally. I'm so happy about your project. It's quite, I don't know, involving the fact that we've had criminal cases of recent involving border guys, and they do not know which number plate it was. So this is really good. The fact that you thought about it and created something very, very fast. It's impressive. Well done. I didn't realize that you were the Benjamin who had asked for shorter code. I saw your code was really short with good work. Well done. I'm impressed, personally impressed. You talk a lot, yet you also have a lot of work to show. So thank you. Also, Teacher Edward, I've seen there's great work done in your class. There's a lot you teach more than the code. So I thought I would hear some of that, but well, we don't have the time. Thank you so much, Benjamin. Keep up the work. I'm very sure Mommy is proud of you. And also you can tell your friends to tell their friends to, join Code Academy and do more of what you've done. Keep building on your work. You don't have only that project to do. Even when you're not with Code Academy, you can still do more with what you've learned from here. You can learn more. And yes, we are so proud of you.
Thank you
Teacher Edward, do you have any questions or compliment something? Yes, teacher Edward, it's like you're breaking. Teacher Edward, you are breaking. Teacher Edward, you're really breaking. We can't hear anything. Okay, as Teacher Edward.
I have no questions. My time is running out,
Okay.
but I'm impressed with Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
You can hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, I was saying, and the background where you drove it from the incident of the journal that was shot at, and then you build up to the point of the project and showing us everything. That has been impressive to me. Question and understanding of what you're doing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Teacher Edward. Let's move on to Paul Brooklyn. Paul Brooklyn, I can see you're on, so kindly take on the floor. Please try so much to keep time. We are out of time. So please keep time, be a little bit fast. Thank you.
So for me, I have a problem with my computer. It doesn't have a microphone and a camera, so I'm using a phone. Okay, for my project is a password picker. It picks for your password for my project. It's a password picker. It picks for your password. It picks for your password when you're signing in into a login system, or when you're like signing up for something. The problem statement is there are sometimes when people have problems picking their own password, because they can pick now, like for instance, you can pick a password which is very, very, very easy for a person to guess. For a person to, if let's say that person knows you and knows what kind of password you would pick, he or she can say, like, let's see, what does he like? If you like your birthdays so much, she can know that this one likes birthdays. So maybe the password, and guesses your password from there, and goes into your social media sites, or it goes into your Google account, or starts like putting other things which you don't need inside your social media social media sites. So for mine, it creates for you a password which no one can guess that this guy has guessed such a password, or this guy thinks like this, so I think his password is this. So this helps in some way. It helps a person not to be over obvious. It helps a person to be not over obvious. So that's the code review. That's how. Special thanks to my teachers. So special thanks to my teacher, Mr. Edward, for teaching me. Thanks to the parents and guardians for our emotional and financial support. Thank you Code Camp team, all the teachers, Miss Brenda, Jewel, and all others. Thank you for the work that you have done. Okay, let's get to my code. My code runs like this. Save. For mine, it's just like you're signing into something, like let's say like you're signing into Facebook or some other site. It of course asks for your name. So let's say I am Brooklyn. If you make any mistake on the name, it will refuse it. So my email address, let's just put in anything. And right there, it tells you welcome to Password Picker, and it gives you a password to put. Now, let's copy this. Then paste it. Then again, copy it. And then paste. Then it will tell you access denied. If it's access denied, that means there's some mistake that you did up. If it tells you access granted, that means that you have gone through. The password has worked. So this is the code. We import random. This random helps like to pick any like let's say if you want a random password, it creates for you a random password with this. There are adjectives and nouns. There's sleepy, slow, wet, red, fat, blue. Then the nouns, there is an apple, there's a goat, there's a dragon, there's a hammer, there's a dog, all those are nouns. Then if you are to run it again, if you are to run it again and you just say your name is that, then it will bring for you another one, not the other same one, that it will bring for you another password to put in. So that's why the random we import the random, and then the string is to what, to combine this one of these words in the adjectives and one of these words in the nouns, and also one of the special letters, like let's say a hash sign or an at sign or a dollar sign, any of those. It picks any of those and joins them. That's why you see here at the end here there is password is equal to the adjective plus the noun plus the string or number plus the special character. And then here, and then this part, of course, this part is known that you input your name, you put your email address, confirm it. Then it's either if your email address is the same, if your email address is the same as the one that you put in the confirmed one, it will say access granted. It will say access granted. If it's not the one, it will say access denied. And this is the part where I join now this part of the password picker. It picks for you a password, the welcome, you print that, put in an adjective, any adjective. You can, this is all, these adjectives and nouns are all lists.
Okay, Jordan, are you done presenting?
Not yet. I'll still explain to you.
Okay.
The downer part, of course, these are lists. The adjectives and nouns are in lists, and in Python there's a module called lists. If you don't list them the way I list them, or like let's say you remove these quotations, these quotations, it will seem that it will be like a string, or it's a what? It's a string means it's like a string, or it can say that it's a number, an integer. It can think that that's an integer, not a what? Not a string. So this is where you combine all of them. Remember here you imported random. Here you said adjective is equal to random dot choice, or dot choice in brackets adjectives. This one is to say it picks anything in the adjective list at random, anything at random. And also the noun choice nouns, it's the same thing also. Number, it picks from 1 to 100. If it picks 1, if it can pick 1, it can pick 2, it can, up to 100. This is the range where it's supposed to end. And then the special characters, of course, there is the dollar sign, there's the quotation marks, there is the star sign, there's the hash sign, all those. And this is for when it picks. This means that when it picks a password, it will pass it, and you will see it there. It will remember here. Here it adds all the three. Up here it adds all the three: the adjective, the noun, the string or number, and the special character. And then here it picks, it removes, it it says now write your password, confirm it, and then the other things. And for here, I put my name. If I input in another person's name, it will not pass still, because here I in this function I put, if the name is not Paul Brooklyn, do not let him do, like, say access denied. If it's Paul Brooklyn, you can say access granted. Plus, if the password and the password is equal to the confirmed password, they will be passed. If it's not, the password is not the same as the confirmed password, it will what? It will deny it. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Paul. Thank you. Your project is called what? What is your project called again? Password Picker. Okay, thank you so much for the project. Well done. Please do not stop there. Improve on that. I'm requesting if anyone on the meeting has a question, please ask now. Teacher Edward, do you have a question? I don't think he has a question. Okay, so I think we have come to an end. As I can see, the people who did not present earlier are not here. So I'll request that students, thank you so much for attending again. Yes, Teacher Edward. Teacher Edward, do you have a question? Yes, Teacher Edward. Okay, we've lost you. Teacher Edward, do you have a question?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, Teacher Edward, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you, Paul, for the project. Password Picker. Yeah, it's really a good kind of project. What I wanted to actually see and hear from you, Paul, is what inspired you. I wanted to have that feel, where you're coming from to do such a project. There are many things you could have done, but why did you choose this? Thank you.
Okay. Paul, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
What inspired me to do this is, like, because there are very many people who hack into other people's accounts and say that they are, and impose that they are other people, yet they are not those people. Okay, they are not the real people for that account that has been hacked in. So if you are to come across like this password picker, it gives you a number of passwords which are very, very difficult for someone. Okay, they're very difficult for someone to guess that this guy has guessed, he has put such and such a password. So if you put in such a password, you can, if you put in such a code, that person can never say that this person can never guess. Okay, like, let's say that person can never guess that this person is having such and such likes this color. Let me try this color, and you find that also that person likes that color, and they put the password to be his password to be his color, his best color, or his favorite food, or his personality, or something else. Now in this code, someone can't tell which password you have put. So it helps in protecting your sites, your social media sites, your website. Let's say if you have created a website for only people who are like, let's say you have created a website for Code Camp, and the person says, since this is about Code Camp, it's about Code Camp. Let's say you put in a password which is Code Camp Uganda, Code Academy Uganda. That's a password that you put, and the person can say that since this website is about Code Camp, so let me just put in anything about Code Academy. He'll now start trying Code Academy, Code Camp, and at the end he can find that he has found the password which is Code Academy Uganda. So that this password picker can help that person not make a mistake of putting a password which is obvious to everyone. Yeah, that's all.
Wow. Thank you, Paul. It's really a great inspiration. Thank you so much for the project. Hope we can we can build on that and we go change the world of cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity. Okay, thank you so much. I'm impressed. Security is really very important, and Uganda needs many people like Paul. So Paul, don't stop there. You can go on. Cybersecurity really needs much more people to go to that field. So I'd really like to implore you to keep up the spirit. So we've come to the end of our presentations. Apparently we've lost very, very many people. We are only 8 people, if not 7, on the meeting now. And thank you so much, students, for keeping up. Abby, Benjamin, Jordan, and Paul, thank you so much for keeping up to the end. That's really not easy. Thank you so much. And I would like to thank the trainers, Trainer Brenda and Trainer Trainer Edward. Thank you so much for being around. Trainer Brenda, if you have something to say, please, can you speak to us? Can you speak to the students? Trainer Brenda. Okay, so Trainer Brenda. Okay, so we shall have our closing remarks from Trainer Edward. Trainer Edward, can you kindly close for us? Yes, Trainer Edward.
Very amazing. I like to hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, Trainer, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? I like to say thank you so much to the students that have taken here till the end. Many gave up along the way. It has been really a long day for us here. It has been a marathon. Some people were really showing us some amazing stuff that we couldn't just hope just sitting here to enjoy every bit of it. Thank you so much to the students. It's amazing what you can do in such a short period of time, just 3 weeks, and you can do that. Man, the world is here to see you. Amazing things are coming out of you. And one thing I'm sure of is that you are just starting this journey, and you're already showing signs of victory at this early stage. I'd like to employ you to just give your best shot every time you can, and stand and transform your communities with what you've learned. Stand and transform Uganda with what you've learned, and be an answer to the problems that Africa is facing today, in the future. Be an answer. Don't just study these things and and go and feel about them. I can do this game. I could do this. I can do this. No. After you've learned all this, be a solution to our nation. Be an answer to Africa. Be a wonder to this world with what you know. And man, you don't know how much people you bless with what you know. So thank you so much. I'm encouraged by what you guys have displayed here today, from Scratch beginners, Scratch intermediate, Scratch advanced, then Scratch AI, then Python beginners, and Python advanced. Really, it has been mind blowing. Thank you so much for the trainers. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Charity. Thank you, Edith. Thank you, Brenda. And yes, thank you to me for the great work that you've done these 3 weeks in the class. Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's really great work you're doing. Thank you to every trainer that are still that's around, and all those the participants, those in the absentia, and those that are present. Thank you for being a part of the code camp. Big stuff is yet to come. We are up for another class in August. So don't lose the morale. Keep it up. Keep up the spirit of learning. Camp will continue, and we push this to where it should be going. Thank you to every parent out there who might be watching this. Thank you so much for standing with your children in this work. It's not an easy work. They need to be encouraged. They need to be told, you can do it. You can actually do that. You know, you can do the math, you know, and you get things right. You can write one more line of code, and you know, and you change tomorrow. So thank you so much for the parents who have encouraged our children to be a part of this. It's really amazing what you're doing for our nation at large. We're really blessed to have you stand with our children to learn these kind of things they're learning today. Big up to Code Academy Uganda. Thank you. Also for the chance for us to learn these things. Yeah, I would say big up. And every other partner that is working with us to see this come to pass, we are grateful. Thank you. I'd like to close it off with a closing prayer. I don't know if, yes, I think, let me find, yes. Yeah, Benjamin, you can give us a closing prayer, and then we shall close the session off here. Thank you.
Okay, Benjamin. Let us also prayer. Let us also prayer. Good Father, thank you so much for this day. Thank you so much for everything that has happened to us, Father. It is all because of you. We have lived till this far and have had all these achievements because of you, Father. You deserve all the glory and honor. You are great, Father. Thank you so much for listening to us. In Jesus' name I pray and believe. Amen.
Amen. Okay.
In closure, we have a PowerPoint class coming up next week. You can be a part of it. It's free for everyone that has been in the code camp. It has a fee for those that have never been in the code camps. Beyond that, we have a code school next week. For those that have never learned code that are out there, you can encourage your friends to come in and learn for free for 1 week in the code school program. It's open to everyone out there beginning Monday. Then our camp will happen again after 1 week. That is 9th of August 2021. Thank you. God bless you.